I just walked back from town, which is a nice 5Ks, except a neighbour picked me up, so it was only a couple Ks. Anyway, thinking a lot about how, there's a lot of talk about ascension in the New Age communities over the many years, and, ascension over the centuries even, of course, pertaining to, but I'm just going to stick with here and now. For me, it's always been a different kind of viewpoint. I actually feel more like it's more of a descension than an ascension, as if my spirit and my soul is doing its utmost to descend into my physical being, and kind of like my body is the glove, my soul has to have that glove clear and have room to fit snugly and really amalgamate into and absorb into my physical being, which takes quite a lot of work and a lot of clearing. And so I guess it's more like an amalgamation, meeting of spirit and the physical. And for me, for instance, if I was talking to a friend about angels last night, and briefly spoken before about it, and for me they're a really fleshy, sensual, hot, sexy thing. They're not this etheric, airy-fairy, pious, boring, straight-laced being. They're fiery and they're hot and they're passionate and they're creative and they're colourful and they're like, and sexy, really sexy. The particular angels, some of the ones I've encountered that have a very male energy, just very, very sexy and they, for me, my feeling is that they want to experience, and often I've felt them in the past through me come into my body, and they want to experience things. They want to try McDonald's and they want to try cigarettes, and I'm not advocating anything, but I'm also not saying that I think anything is particularly bad, that you have to do and experience what feels right, and it's more about your state of mind and the state of being. And yeah, sure, I'm 98% vegan, definitely not a vegan, or vegan, however you want to say it. I thrive way better, I vibrate way better on that 98% mark. It works really well for me. I've never felt healthier in my entire life, and because I've had health issues to overcome, I've had to regenerate my own cells and bring my body back to life. So yeah, it's a really interesting thing. And in a minute I've got to descend into the kitchen and do a big pile of dishes because I ran out of dishwashing liquid. I only just got some. So yeah, for me it's a really interesting ascension or descension. To ascend, maybe you're descending into your body and your body's ascending up. So it's more like a meeting. Maybe it's a middle ground. Maybe when I've met people who I can really see they've got a clear spirit and clear soul, and they've really been doing this work, even not even knowing it. Often it's people who spend a long time on the ocean or in the bush, because they naturally are quite different from people who are more immersed in the more normal day-to-day structures. And they've got a very different vibration. It's very much like nature, and it's really interesting to see. But often these people struggle also with the sensory overwhelming thing of like cities and people, and I think you've got to be able to deal with all that as well. So that's just my take and my view on where I personally feel headed in the ascension thing. That it's very physical, very hot, sweaty, passionate, loving, creating, messy even, it's blood, sweat and tears, and as well as always in kindness and compassion and understanding, but really down grassroots, grounded, and working on grounding that spirit into the body. And I can see a really beautiful world if more people were managing to do that and really working on that, where we can become more light-bodied. And possess maybe a certain amount of grace without losing your uniqueness or your passion. Yeah, so that's my little ramble. Dishes.